Good morning, good morning. So today I have the camera flipped in a different angle. I've been sick, so I've been way off target with running these videos, and I had told myself I was going to stay committed to making them 3 days a week. I now realize I don't think that's really feasible 100% of the time. But I know if I get 1 or 2 videos in a week, I am at least being consistent and helping myself kind of process as well what is happening in my brain. So today we're talking about motivation and implementation, 2 very different things. So let's see, still getting over whatever it was I had for Christmas for it's been 2.5 weeks now. So there's a big difference between motivation, right? Which is the thing that gets you inspired and gets you moving. And then you go, okay, I really want to do this, whatever it is, say lose weight or balance your budget, or just create new systems in your home. And sometimes I'll get really motivated in the morning, and maybe this happens to you too, because I'm reading and I'm like, yeah, this is good. I want to do this. I find a Bible study or something that I want to do, or I want to implement it with my kids. And then that's the end of it. The motivation happens, the inspiration comes. I'll even print the document or whatever it is I want to follow. And then bye-bye. Right? It's gone. So, and I'm doing this video while I'm putting on my makeup, because that's how I do my morning videos when I'm trying to inspire and motivate. For whatever reason, this is when my brain processes the best. So you get to see the funness of that. My motivation, so if you've ever studied the Enneagram, my motivation is I'm a number 7, which just wants to have fun. So if it doesn't seem fun to me, I'm not going to want to do it, which is very interesting, because lots of things in life aren't fun, right? But most of the time I can find the fun in it. So even these videos, I used to be very, very nervous about what I was going to say in them. And now I'm like, you know what? I really just need to have one inspirational thought and thing that God is bringing to me that I can bring to other people, so that you too can be inspired and motivated for your day. But that draws us to their next point. How do you implement that? Well, Megan Summerall, who is the owner of the Pink Bee, she is a system guru. So she works on all things. Her thing is time management, operations, and productivity. That's her top systems. That's what she calls it, top. Well, she gave this quote from Atomic Habits, which is a fabulous book. I still haven't read it, but I've read lots of different quotes from it according to different people who've used it as reference. Pardon me. I'm going to get the quote wrong slightly, but she said something to the effect of, quoting the Atomic Habits, that your goals will rise or fall to the level of your systems. So if you don't have systems in place to implement the motivation or inspirational thing that you want to do, you won't get there. It just won't happen. And I'm quoting her because I recently interviewed her in my Prosperous Homeschool Summit. And I just loved her. I fell in love with her. I love the idea of systems. And she works on them from a personal level. Now, she has done them in a corporate level, and she just turned it around to bring it into the home, which is fabulous. So you get a productivity guru when you go to the Pink Bee. So I highly recommend her. And you can sign up for the Prosperous Homeschool Summit if you want. That would also get you access to an interview I had with her. So what are the systems that I have in place? Well, because these videos were something I wanted to do, I had to make them a natural part of my routine, because I knew that they wouldn't happen otherwise, which is why you see me putting on my makeup while I'm doing them. So here I am recording videos only because it fits into my schedule with something I'm already doing. So maybe there's something in your day that you can do that same thing. Do you have a system or some system that you can add that thing that you want to do to something you're already doing? Okay. So if it's like finances or budgeting, well, maybe when you sit down to do a menu plan for your home, that's the thing that's going to be attached to, because now you're already blocked out a certain amount of time to do the menu planning, and you just need to add an extra half hour for budgeting and finance. So things like that. And I thought that was such a great way to do things. There's one more thing that I always think you need to do if you're going to go from motivation to implementation. I think it's important that when you're motivated and you have that space that you're inspired in, that you give yourself a little thinking room on either the next day or just schedule it in your day somewhere. Maybe even if it's in the car, you're like, okay, I need to process this more. You give yourself room to go, how am I going to implement this? And actually schedule a time to do that, so that your motivation doesn't just stay motivation and then fall out your head, but you actually create something that makes it happen. And habits take a long time. It's not something that's going to naturally, consistently show up. You have to continue to do them, right? And that is why I told myself I was going to be consistent with getting videos out. And I'm not a person who likes excuses, but there are some along the way that, like when I was sick, I was just like miserable and I had a bloodshot eye. So it's still a little bit, I had some blood vessels pop, so it's still healing. But I want to be consistent. So here I am back at it. And I hope you can find that same thing. What is the thing that you are currently motivated in? And then how are you going to implement it? And then take those steps. All right. I'd love to hear in the comments below if you actually have something you're going to, that is motivating to you, that you are going to implement. All right. Have a blessed day.